Good afternoon. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, please hit the notification bell. And today, we got ourselves a quality check. And a quality check is going through each and every panel to make sure that it passes our test. So without further ado, let's get right to it. All right. So it looks like we got ourselves another quality check. And let's start off by looking at this gray Model Y. And we want to basically check if they've improved their build quality. So let's start off by looking at the left panel, then moving on to the right, then taking a look at the hood, taking a look at the rim, and this is the long range with the dual motor, ready to take delivery, all packaged up. There you go, there's the VIN. So let's start off by looking at the driver's side door, and let's move on to the interior, and everything is all packaged up. And they come transported, all packaged up. So once you take delivery, they'll probably remove all packaging, peel off the stickers, and your car will be brand new. So let's start off by doing the door examination to see if it's flush. And we're off to a great start. It passes our test. And look at that. A nice tight panel. And that's what we want to see. Let's take a look at the trunk, and the trunk is looking beautiful, and that's what we want to see. Let's take a look at the rear, and no issues so far. So this is a beautiful Model Y ready to take delivery. And the right side door, which we normally have a problem with it being out a little bit, it's fine and it passes our test. So on other Model Ys, we usually see a big gap over here, but it seems like this Model Y has a perfect gap. So this Model Y looks like it's a flawless Model Y, and there's a look at the white interior. Beautiful. So we're off to a great start. So this one definitely gets a pass. Good job, Tesla. Off to our next Model Y. So, all right, we got ourselves a white Model Y. And let's first off start off by looking at the left light and looking at the right light. And so what I've been told by some of you in the comments is that the new headlights are only in the performance versions. And that is true. You can also find that out by going to Tesla's website and configuring a long range and then switch it over to performance. You'll notice that the lights change. So you'll only get the new headlights with the performance. And eventually they will move them down along the line on all versions. But right now, due to the fact there's a chip shortage, they're only giving the new headlights to the performance edition. So let's continue on with our quality check. And there's a look at the VIN. And here we look at the hubcaps. And let's take a look at the driver's side door. And we're off to a great start so far. There's a look at the interior. And let's do the door test to make sure that we're flush. And we're flush. And that's what we want to see. And this backside is also great. So that is what we want to see. But look at that. You can almost see inside there. That's what we don't want to see. So we found ourselves an issue. Trunk needs some minor adjustment, and these adjustments can be made if you point it out to your sales agent and tell them that, hey, my vehicle needs to be touched up a little bit and if the panels are not aligned up properly, what they'll do is they'll book a service appointment, and depending on how busy they are, they will get everything fixed at their cost, and you'll have to pay zero. So that's nothing you don't have to worry about. Remember, don't drive off the lot unless you're completely satisfied with your vehicle. You're actually allowed to get inside your vehicle and drive around the lot, but the minute you drive off the lot, they consider it that sold. So let's move on to the rear right here, and that's flush, and that's what we want to see. So far we're off to a good start. We got a gray Model Y that's in excellent condition, and we got a white Model Y that's in excellent condition. So this one also definitely gets a pass. Good job, Tesla. And let's move on to another Model Y. All right, looking at this Model Y, and this is the Model Y Performance. So if you notice here, they have the performance rims, and if you take a look at the brand new headlights, you'll notice that they're there. And if you look in that corner right there, that's how you can tell they're the new headlights. So let's continue on examining this Model Y to make sure that it's built to their best of their ability. Because so far we've had two amazing Model Ys. There's a look at the VIN, and there's a look at the rims again. And let's move over to the driver's side door. And let's continue on over here, and check if the door is flush. And the door is flush. Great job, Tesla. That's what we want to see. Again, you'll notice that gap inside there shouldn't be like that. The panel should be a lot tighter. So that's something I would definitely complain about. And that was a similar issue on the other Model Y. So to make sure to bring that up. You know, these cars are not perfect because normally we're not buying Tesla for their quality build. We're buying Tesla for their range efficiency and their tech, because they seem to be the leaders in the EV car market. So one other thing you want to check is your spoiler stuck on properly? And this one seems all right. No problems here. So let's move on to the right side, rear door. That's known to have a common issue that pokes out a little bit. And it's slightly out. Doesn't really require much of an adjustment. But if you have OCD, you'd probably want to get that adjusted. It's really slight. It's not that bad. And by the looks of it, I would definitely give this a pass. But I would obviously have the trunk hash fixed in order to take delivery. And on to another Model Y. Here's another all black Model Y, long range. And there's one thing that I wish Tesla would do. I wish they would offer their Uber turbine wheels that's only in the performance models across all their vehicles, because that look of the Uber turbine wheels is phenomenal and I love it. And I wish non-performance vehicles would have access to those rims instead of having to buy those rims aftermarket. So let's move on to the quality test of this all black Model Y. Looking good so far. Let's move to the right, and we're off to a good start. And let's take a look at the VIN. Let's take a look at the reels, and let's take a look at the door. And so far we're off to a great start, and that's what we want to see. Everything is flush, ready to take delivery. And this is the black with the black interior, and I love it. So over here, that panel's nice and tight, and that's what we want to see. The trunk is not that bad. The charger port door looking flush. Take a look at the rear. And let's take a look at the right side rear door. Normally it's not flush, and I have to say that it is poking out a little bit, so it does need a slight adjustment. But besides that, this Model Y is perfect. And there you have it, Model Y long range, ready to take delivery. So on to our final Model Y. All right, let's take a look at this Model Y. And this is our final Model Y that we're going to be examining today. So off with the left light, let's take a look. And this is also the long range Model Y. So everything looks perfect. There's nothing that catches our eye. Here's a look at the rims. Here's a look at the VIN. And let's talk and take a look at the driver's side door. And everything's great so far. So it's the black interior. And if you prefer the Model Y with the black interior, I strongly would suggest that you get it, because with the white interior, you're definitely going to need baby wipes, because it does leave and it does rub off on your jeans. If you're wearing any color jeans and you sit on the Model Y you sit on the seats for a while, you're going to get discoloration. You're going to constantly have to wipe the seats. So if you don't want that, then get the black seats, because those ones are great. So on to the rear. And we're off to a great start. That panel over here is a great, but then again, this trunk needs to be adjusted. I don't like the fact that I can see inside there. The panel should be tight like this. See the difference in panel gap? That's why we need this adjusted. So for our last Model Y, it's looking like we're having the same issue. This is a new consistent problem that seems to be happening, is the trunk hatch. And definitely, if you're thinking about getting a Model Y, make sure you bring yourself a checklist. Make sure you even record it, and make sure that the car is built to their best of their ability before accepting the vehicle. You don't want to take home a vehicle with a bunch of defects. They do offer a 100-mile grace period, but if you want the car built to their best of their ability, you want to make sure that the car comes with no defects. So really be hard on your sales agent. Tell them that, hey, you want a car that's built to the best of their ability, and you don't want any defects, and you want everything fixed. So the right side door is fine, and this is fine. So so we do have a common issue with the trunk hatch, and that needs to be addressed. But besides that, I would also give this Model Y a pass. So if you're thinking about getting a Model Y, now's the best time to do it, because guess what? They're sold out, and these things are selling like hotcakes. They're coming off the lot and going fast. I don't even think you can even get a car anymore in 2021 unless it's a performance. I know they've adjusted their wait time for the performance for this year, but if you want a long range, you're looking for either, if you're lucky, you'll get November, December, but I'm starting to see January and February dates into the 2022, because these cars are basically selling themselves. I tell you, once you take a test drive, you're probably going to want to buy this vehicle. That's how I was sold. So if you're thinking about ordering a Model Y, now's the best time to do it. Because I can tell you the build has gotten a lot better. They are not 100% perfect, but the vehicle is better than the initial production run. So That's all I gotta say. So thank you and have a nice day. Hey, would you like to win a Tesla Model 3? All you have to do is like, share, comment, and subscribe. And one lucky subscriber will win a Tesla Model 3.